The tugboat, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat, and Captain Starr and his tugs are the power between the docks and the waterways that make up the big city port. This is Tugs. Tugs videos are available now from Castle Vision. Also on the Castle Vision label, the Raggy Dolls. And fun and adventure down on Tumbledown Farm. Historical documentaries with the Men of Our Time series, Falklands War, The Untold Story. Drama, human legends, and Hollywood legends. And the very best of opera and ballet from the world's most renowned venues. Just part of the superb range from Castle Vision.
This is where Widnes's defence will really have to be on its toes, and Widnes lose the ball when they most needed it to give Wigan still a chance here. Oh, that was clever. That was Harlem Globetrotter stuff. And Kevin Iro, this is great from Iro. A brilliant run from the New Zealander. Kevin Iro scores a quite sensational try. Important scrum for them to win, and Mumley's broken through the middle. Now has he got the pace to goal away? Iro's coming across. Surely there should be a try for Mercer as he cuts inside. There are so many options here. It's finally gone out to Simpson. He's now he's gone back to Mercer, and Bradford are going to score in the corner. Midway through the first half, only 4 points on the board, and they've gone to Halifax, who are coming forward with Bell and with Holiday once more, and there could be an overlap on the right. Good chances here as Wilkinson shows a good turn of speed, cuts inside, gives the pass away. Bob Grogan's over. Running opportunity for Stevenson. Basnett outside him will take the pass, and if he can come inside and keep the move going, Gary Schofield is going to score for Leeds. That's a super try, and the crowd love it.
You know, the greatest thrill in rugby league must be the scoring of a try, and we've been incredibly lucky. In 2 seasons of Scrumdown, we've seen no fewer than 252 tries. The ones you've just seen were among the highlights from our first season on Scrumdown, and I hope they've whetted your appetite for the absolute bonanza coming up now. 101 tries that we've put together from the brilliant 1988-89 season. Well, joining me, as he does every Sunday in the commentary box, is David Watkins, looking just a little bit different from his playing days with Salford and Great Britain. Well, David, I think fittingly we've come here to Rugby League's Hall of Fame, and I think looking back over last season, we can honestly say that some of the tries we witnessed would have fitted in any era.
Oh, most certainly. I mean, people like Ellery Hanley and Martin of Fire, Paul Medley, Gary Schofield. We've seen some great and brilliant individualistic tries. But we've also seen some great tries, team tries, the Leeds team try, the Halifax team try. And I think what it has given to rugby league, an opportunity now for people right throughout rugby league area to see the great players and the great potential and the discipline and experience that players have brought to the game of rugby league. And these tries are something out of this world which would fit any Hall of Fame.
OK, let's get into the action. During our first month on Scrumdown, we covered 2 First Division matches, 1 Second Division game, and that brilliant Yorkshire Cup final. And believe it or not, we saw 28 tries. Here are the pick of them.
So the eyes are on the referee to see how many tackles have gone. Heron makes some space. Lyons across the line is Stevenson. Cuts back inside, and David Stevenson wriggles in and out, and Schofield's there alongside him. Schofield at the shoulder gets Scrumdown's first try of the season. Stevenson too has made a promising start against his old club here. Ashton, Waddell, Hanley's got him for the moment, but he still squeezes the ball out of the tackle. Heron, there's a lot of support up here, and Gary Schofield is there again. It's his second. Case. Hanley. Now the first time we've seen Ellery Hanley, and here he goes, zipping along that line, and that's Hanley. It came out of nothing. So can either side get a clinching try? Powell strides away, still keeps going. Powell, great running, Ettingshausen. He's got the speed, he's got Gibson alongside him. What a tackle. Super tackle from Marshall, but leads are here. Schofield in the corner. Hat-trick for Gary Schofield. Aaron Schofield. Again he's done it, and he's got the full-back to beat, and he's got Robin Whitfield to beat as well. It's try number 4 for Gary Schofield. How does he do it?
Well, Wigan put everything into attack, and this man Schofield breaks the deadlock yet again. Takes himself around the full-back, leaves him standing, and that is a truly remarkable player, scoring a remarkable try yet again.
David Plange. Bobby Beardmore along the line. Oh, and an interception by Gary Schofield. Chapman's going across to try and nail him. Schofield's gone 40, 50, 55, 60 yards, and Schofield is in for the first try. Ettingshausen's kick over the top, caught by Gibbs, who sets off and then gives it, and Joyner finds Beardmore. Beardmore to Marchant. Oh, this is enterprising from Castleford. This is what they call in classic Cass. And David Plange roaring into the tackle. There must be a try for Castleford on the left, surely. It's Boothroyd. Is he there? Yes, he is. Castleford hit back.
Well, Cass have used this ball well. They haven't lost any of their poise at all. And David Plange really makes the half break. And quick passing of the ball and drawn to the man, which is very important. It's caught Ettingshausen out of position, and Boothroyd's nowhere where he's going. What a try!
Back in the thick of the action, it just never abates at all. Oh, Brooks is broken through, and he's got at least 3 men alongside him. One of them is Spencer, the second is Schofield, and they won't stop him. Schofield second. What an astonishing fellow. And it's flung out again to Plange, and he's got the pace, and he's got a man outside him. It's John Joyner, of all people. How appropriate. And these are hard times for Leeds. Keith England can't quite get there. They must spin it right. Beardmore, Joyner, along the line, the interception is by Carl Gibson. He's got the whole field to go in. Tony Martin will chase him. He won't get to him though. And Carl Gibson sends the Leeds fans into ecstasy. He dives through the posts.
That 9-point cushion makes all the difference. The side plays a little more confidence. You're prepared to have a go at the opposition a little more, and Leeds are playing now with a team full of confidence.
As Stevenson cuts a hole in the defence, and Carl Gibson goes down the touchline, and he's made it. And it's turning into Carl Gibson's match now. The high skip says it all. Cliff Lyons makes a break. Did brilliantly, Lyons. Brooke Cowden for Powell. Lovely passing. Schofield's herring away yet again. Tries to give Gibson and get him in for his hat-trick. And there'll be 6 more tackles because the Castleford hand touched the ball. And Schofield there showed his unselfishness. He could have gone. Cliff Lyons pierces holes in the defence, and Paul Medley goes rampaging for the corner and makes it. Kevin Ward, he's been a regular try scorer against Warrington over the years. There was no way through for him that time. Warrington would have been disappointed had there been. Oh, but that's a straightforward try. What a start to the game for Grant Anderson. Ward tries to burst the tackle, finds Anderson at his shoulder, and Giles Boothroyd. Well, the try is given. He's scrambled over. Tony Marchant will feel better for having made the tackle which brought Thorniley back there. And Warrington are still moving it with Blake. And he's a real live wire. He's got 10 tries this season, he's now got 11. Just the start Warrington wanted to the second half. Well, about 8 or 9 minutes to go, depending on any injury time that might be added on. Joyner, delayed the pass and then sprints for the corner himself, John Joyner, and he's got plunge over, yes! So spectacular.
Well, the game has needed something with inspiration, and John Joyner certainly showed that. He took the pass, dummied twice, kept the defence standing still, then went for the corner, but at all times he was aware of who was with him, and plunges there, headlong into the corner for a marvellous try.
And he tried to work that ball away, and it's picked up again for Lee, and they'll have 6 more tackles as Andy Collier picked it up there after Tony Cottrell tried to fling the pass out to McCulloch. Now it's across the other way, and Alan Platt, a huge pass, and a magnificent take as well. There must be a try for Barry Ledger in the corner. And what a pass that was, fired out by Alan Platt. Again, Paver was willing to run straight at the defence, and a lovely little dummy and jink from Steve Dobson, and a chance here without question for York. They're almost queuing up for the try, and Gary Atkins heads for the line, and Gary Atkins makes it. A really low sun here in Wigginton Road. As York with Atkins get going once more. Mulherron back inside, finds a colleague in Price. Now Wigglesworth is up there, and Ian Wigglesworth's done it. He's broken the Lee ranks, and that's a super score. Dobson. And Dobson has found support from Wigglesworth, who's got his second try. And what a day it's turning out to be for York.
Wasn't a bad old start to the season, was it? No?
Well, and that's only really a forerunner of many other great tries to come.
Yeah, I think those games really set the trend for the entire season, one that's been widely described as the best championship season for years. And already, I suppose, the season was beginning to take shape round about the turn of the year, and we were seeing some marvellous performances from people like, Martin Afire, Gary Schofield, Ellery Hanley, and they really are people who might well be here in the Hall of Fame, I would think.
Well, that's right. Many people will talk about Alex Murphy and Brian Bevan, Tom Van Vollenhoven and Billy Boston, of course, who scored marvellous tries. But, I mean, these tries rank with any of those, and surely these players, too, must come into the reckoning for a place here in the Hall of Fame.
Let's enjoy some more champagne rugby league then, and just watch out for those fellas, Messrs Hanley, Schofield and Afire.
It's a great ball from Crooks to Heron. Brooke Cowden on the rampage, gets it back inside, and Spencer takes the ball from Maskill, and Maskill himself goes towards the line. Ettinghausen is there, he skips back inside, it went through 4 or 5 pairs of hands there, and that's the most inventive we've seen from Leeds. And Bradford hanging on there, really at the death. They were in trouble. Schofield and Lee Crooks. Harkin's kick will be fielded by Spencer, and he's got support on his outside from Gibson. But goes it alone, and goes it very well too, and now Gibson continues the move and comes through the middle, and this is good from Leeds, and Paul Medley is streaking for the line. Paul Medley's going to make it as well, and the substitute has done it yet again. What a super try from one end of the field to the other.
Well, this is all down to Gary Spencer. He fielded a ball with no hope of going anywhere at all, and suddenly Gibson cuts inside his man, leaves the Bradford defence standing, but Medley is up there, fresh on now as a substitute, and he streaks away, and he knows how important it is to break the deadlock, and he's done just that.
Medley again involved. Lyons, Heron, Powell supporting, keeping it moving. Schofield's involved again, and over on the far side, Ettinghausen is going to make it over in the corner. It's a try for E.T. as they call him at Headingley. Andrew Ettinghausen. Williams, Cairns now, Brown's coming storming forward. This is looking good for Salford, and they've men up here, and there really should be a try for the loose forward, Horrow. Coming up towards half-time, Wigan dearly need a try. Gregory gets the ball away, and it's Platt, 2 yards out. Platt probably deserved to score after the rampaging run he made. Gregory for Hanley, Twists back inside, Hanley shows it, and there must be a try for Shelford. So one taken there by Ian Gormley. It's very important, and chances here, and Shaw's going to score for Salford. He took the pass, and he dives over to the acclamation of the Salford fans. The little Australian sends them wild. And it's his first try for Salford, and what a time to get it. It's a really fiery encounter, Salford leading 18-10. Anything can happen, and coming up now is Platt, and Hanley. He's not far from the line, and Hanley's over. Ellery Hanley equals Keith Fielding's record of 165 touchdowns in the First Division, and what a time for him to do it. Surely that hooter can't be long delayed now. Can Salford get a final try? Waddle's looking for one. Shaw skipping through the tackles. Shaw still going. Yes, he's all right. And there's a chance here for Bentley, and there must be a final score for Ian Gormley. He's there. Gormley's over. It's victory for Salford now. Schofield, Stevenson, Lyons, this looks better, and Ettingshausen streaking forward, gives the ball out for Carl Gibson, who's in for the game's first try for Leeds. Oh, Maskell's made the break through the middle, and Gary Schofield is up there with him, and surely Gary Schofield's on his way to a try. Bentley's making a break for Salford. Good running from Keith Bentley, or a searing run from Bentley. Great pace he showed there. Back inside, and Salford have a chance here with Gibson. Going for the line, back inside. Oh, if he holds on, has he? Yes, he has! And that's a fine try for Ian Bragger. Good long kick again, and a fire streaking towards the ball. Gibson goes back. Oh, makes a slip. The fire's got a chance here as he hacks ahead, and the fire surely is in for a try. But a dreadful mistake by Gibson.
Well, this is a kick ahead, which is effectively a full-back's dilemma now, not knowing whether to fall or not. A fire snatching onto the loose ball quickly. The defence is broken. A fire chips onto the post, and that's a great start for Widnes.
David Hume again, wriggling free, giving it to Dowd, who again goes for the gap and again gets through the gap. Now that he's got support from Paul Hume this time. 8, maybe 10 yards out, and Salford are going to have to defend manfully here because Tate, and they're all here. Myler's back inside. It's a try all right for Grimmer. O'Neill and Grimmer. Grimmer it was who came onto it. Grimmer's run very well today. Ayres, Myler, O'Neill. Oh, and O'Neill sprinting for the line, and that's a super try from the prop forward. Well, Salford probably deserve a try for all their effort in this first half. Shaw couldn't quite conjure one there. Cairns, again he's involved with a huge ball out, and there surely has to be a try here, and there is indeed, and it's Peter Williams who's over. Down Myler, and they're coming up at speed here with Tate, and he's got good speed as well. Tony Myler, and this is thrilling, and Tony Myler streaks in for a really popular try.
What more can you say about this Widnes scoring machine? They move the ball out wide here. Now just watch how they take it now and take it on the burst. Myler, perfectly timed pass. Tate steadies himself, draws back, Myler comes in. You look how he uses the foil, goes to pass to him. They know, Hadley holds off, a fire knows where he's going, so does Tony Myler. What a great try.
This is good. And Dowd gives it back inside, and Currier has support with Thackeray. Now Rick Thackeray's got a real running chance. Tries to go outside Bentley. Goes outside both him and the hooker. Rick Thackeray scores a super winger's try. Looks like 2 more important championship points here for Widnes, who started the day 3 behind the leaders Castleford. And the fire's come, and a fire comes into the action, and you don't stop Martin a fire. Now a break. and the speed of Myler, and the fire's on the left, and the fire is away, and he'll be chased all the way, but surely no one can stop Martin Afire. Try number 3. He salutes.
Well, Salford promised so much to Ian Bragger, but witness again moving it out from their own half, and what a wonderful break this is by David Hume. Comes right up the middle of the field, has all the defence chasing him, just about when he's caught, Ayres is up on his shoulder, long pass out to Martin Afire, and when he has it, there's a buzz round the stadium. Now Hadley, who's a Welsh International Rugby Union player and past, and he's being taunted by Afire as Afire simply streaks away from him, showing him the ball. What a try and what showmanship to score an excellent try.
Hume. 2 Humes together. Here's David Hume. And again, lurking menacingly over on that far side is the huge figure of Afire. But it's being brought right now. Coloto makes a good break. Coloto, and the ball inside is for Tate, and Jonathan Davis missed it. Afire didn't. And where did he pop up from? Winders have it again. They're still looking to conjure up a try at the very dead, and the ball is chipped ahead, and they're kicking it through. Davis is up there as well. If he can get anywhere near, they might give Jonathan Davis the score. No, Alan Tate's got it, and Tate deserved it actually.
Well, Widnes attacking again. Tate has now put a kick ahead and is chasing it himself. Hadley coming back to cover as a wing should, but now being outpaced by Tate, and it's neck and neck. They're going for the ball. Hadley about to drop on it, misses it. Tate keeps his feet. Jonathan Davis on his outside. Will or won't he pass? Tate, being the professional he is, knows that he has to make sure, and score he does.
Well, those tries certainly gave us rich entertainment, and that game turned out to be the one in which Salford was sacrificial lambs, I suppose, on the occasion of Jonathan Davies's debut as a rugby league player. There was a lot of ballyhoo surrounding his move north. Now, you made the same journey from Wales, David, but there's no doubt the influx of rugby union internationals has added glamour to rugby league.
It certainly has. It's given the game a wider audience. It's now seen as a worldwide game, and people like Alan Tate and Peter Williams, Adrian Hadley, Jonathan Davis have added and contributed greatly with some spectacular tries themselves.
Yeah, they're all hoping to have caps like that, I suppose, in the future as well. Well, our next sequence of tries includes those from the 2 Whitbread Trophy Test matches between Great Britain and France. Look out for some more spectacular touchdowns.
It's interesting, David. Some tough tackling going on here.
It is good tackling, and I think Britain are a little bit stagnant at the moment. They're not. There's no fluency in their moves, but at least they're not making any mistakes, and they are playing fairly well as a team.
But the French have had 1 or 2 of the better running moments, and here's Uratier going down the touchline again, and gets the pass in to Verniol. And Verniol is still going, and there are chances here because Molinaire is romping for the line, and it's a try for Jacques Molinaire.
Well, Great Britain have started quite well, but the French have used the ball better, and they've used their initiative as Radier takes the ball in. We said he was a strong winger. He most certainly went into that tackle. The French came backing up here, and this was good play by the French. Caught the Britain defence in 6s and 7s. Everybody chasing, not knowing quite what to do. An excellent start for France.
Gregory, Ward, and he's looking for someone at his shoulder. And again Andy Gregory, and there are chances here, and it's going to be Ellery Hanley. Nearly always Ellery Hanley somehow. And now there are chances here. Loughlin, a fire on the outside, fires in at the corner. It's Britain's ball, and this looks dangerous. Edwards. And Lydon, Joe Lydon streaking for the line. Surely Dean, will they stop him? He's there.
It's textbook stuff now, though. This is an orthodox passive movement, moving it out, but well-timed passes. Tate comes into the line, times that perfection. Lydon sees the gap, catches the French defence. The winger doesn't know whether to come in or not, but they both can't. The strength of Lydon takes him over. The ground conditions help him, and he scores an excellent try.
Blease is the first man up. There's no way through for him. He didn't even make 5 yards there with 3 men around him. Storming run here from Horrowbone. He's got support to his side from David Cairns. The little will-o'-the-wisp scrum half tears over between the sticks.
Well, Salford have been on attack. They have to run straight. David Cairns feeds it out. Now look, this is straight running. Tackles go high. Golden rule, one low, one high. Cairns back up on his outside. And that's a marvellous try. They'll be well satisfied with that one.
Cairns. Oh, and it's knocked out of the hand, and another chance for Hull. If the kick ahead is good here, there's got to be a chance for Hull. Straight between the sticks goes Brian Blacker.
Roy Powell, who'll see plenty of the ball in this match. One of the great workers of the pack, Kevin Beardmore. And Gregory, a good little ball slipped inside, and Crooks has got Hanley at his shoulder. Ellery Hanley, they won't stop him. And Hanley's done it yet again. The fire. Edwards and Gregory. Oh, and Great Britain looking strong again as Ellery Hanley goes towards that line. Tate, and Phil Ford squeezes over in the corner and makes good ground too. Again Edwards. Andy Gregory. Oh, the interception is by Dumas, and Dumas could not score here for France. A superb interception by the scrum half.
There's no chance of anyone catching him. Even Hanley, and the full-back, is out of position as well. So difficult to stop interception tries, but he really goes well for this try, and we saw at Wigan the excitement when he scored, and we'll see a little more excitement here.
Well, as always, Powell is well marked. Gregory and Edwards working a nice little 1-2, and it's set Gregory going, and the long looping pass out there has got Peter Williams over. And what a start to your international career to get a try in your first full test. This is better from France. Oh, well, it was until Phil Ford intervened and kicks ahead, and Phil Ford might just win the chase for the touchdown as well. A second try for Phil Ford. Kevin Ward. Short ball for Gregory, but Crooks came up, and there are chances once more here as Hanley has surely got Sean Edwards in. A beautifully worked try. Kevin Ward, who's taken a bit of a bang on the head. The French now willing to move that ball around, and Ratier sets off, and Hugh Ratier cutting inside. Oh, this is splendid running from the French captain. Ratier inside, outside, and Hugh Ratier scores a quite sensational try.
Well, this was French rugby at its best. They moved the ball out wide. He went through 3-4 pair of hands. Look at the way he sized up the opposition. And Great Britain's defence has been good all afternoon here. But he takes it on. Phil Ford doing a good wing job from the other side. But he can't stop that. And that has raised this crowd. Everyone in the stand cheering like mad to a magnificent try.
However, here's Alan Tate. And Alan Tate showing a really good turn of speed. Oh, Alan Tate, brilliant running. And a first international try for the fullback from Widnes.
Well, he's been a revelation because a long ball from Gregory on the wing, and look at the pace of the man. He's a full-back, up centre, now on the wing, streaking away, leaving the opposition just stranded. And although the wing tries to get back to him, he's only going one way for Alan Tate. A magnificent try.
Good passing from Leeds. Schofield and Ford work that ball away, and John Bentley goes for the corner. What a start to the game. Real enterprise from Leeds there. The ball spun through the hands, and Cliff Lyons goes over in the corner, and Cliff Lyons is a try scorer in the very first minute.
They move it out. Schofield shrugs off the tackle. Ford comes into the line. Bentley really running as if he really means it, pushes off Hanley of all people, and Hampson is pulled down short. Now this is quick thinking by Cliff Lyons. Just watch this.
They're holding them at bay for the moment. Leads it down to 12 men as well because Ford is hobbling, just getting back into it. Wigan almost got it over for an overlap. Coming here, and Gregory has Hanley alongside him. A brilliant pass from Gregory. What a superb pass that was. Dean Bell is the scorer, but Gregory was the maker. Lyons is hauling the Wigan men away from him so he can play the ball. Schofield, the timing of the pass to Crooks, and Lee Crooks 2 yards out as he almost buries his head in the grass. Forces him back, but Leeds won't mind that. They want some space. Lyons shows it, gives it Ettingshausen, out on the touchline. Bentley's over in the corner.
Well, you had to question Lyons' decision just before this, whether he should have taken a quick tap or moved the ball out, but he's proved right, because an extension of that, they've moved the ball out wide. Ettingshausen has timed his run perfectly into the line, and that's a try that Leeds fans will be really grateful for.
Well, it really has been a gruelling last 7 days for Wigan, playing Bradford Northern in the Cup, Warrington in a midweek league match, and now Leeds, 3 of the top teams in the game, and they're having to defend once more. There's nobody better equipped at that than Steve Hampson. Here he is. But again, it does speak volumes for their fitness to come through 3 matches of that sort in this short space of time.
It really does, and they're putting pressure now on there, then with Hanley away.
Gregory to Hanley, Hanley's going, and Hanley might just get all the way. Hanley, is he there? Yes, the referee points.
Well, it was an uneasy time for Leeds now, because they really wanted to do something, but Gregory, this man again, frets out players, and Hanley, who hasn't been quite the attacking force he has in some games, really comes to life and streaks away for a try. It's his strength, he can't hold him, he's there.
Pearce, now that's a good kick over the top. He might just follow it up himself. Did brilliant, absolutely brilliant by Pearce, and he sent Blacker streaking for the line. He must get there, and that was superb improvisation by Gary Pearce.
Well, we said this boy has got a lot of now. He can do most things properly when he puts his mind to it, and that was sheer inspiration. A kick ahead, gathered, but watch this pass inside. Blacker following up, knows now that he has to finish off that. What a superb move, and a try that really matters.
The ball was lost almost by Windley, but Sharp is there, and he's got Devorty in support, and Devorty has sent Dana Hara over for the New Zealanders' first try since September. Oh, Bob Beardmore's kick, charged down by Devorty. If he can pick this one up and keep his legs, there must be a try here for Richard Price. Disaster for Castleford. And the Cass fans just beginning to roar. Maybe they sense that their team are coming back here. Joyner, good ball, Anderson. Anderson looks for the support, finds it. There should be a try here. Oh, it was blocked out, was the pass. The referee says play on. There simply had to be a try if the ball had ended up in Tony Marchant's hands. 6 more tackles. Sansom, Beardmore. Kevin Beardmore squeezes in.
Well, they've really put pressure now on this Hull defence. They've cracked and cracked, but Hull have stood manfully to the task. The ball comes in, and this is sheer aggression here. Aggression as he pushes the man over with him. What a great try.
And now a burst through the middle by Wellham, and he's got Blacker alongside him, and Brian Blacker heads for the line. Chapman makes a sensational tackle, but the referee awards the try. He loves it, doesn't he? He loves his rugby league. Smith, who's been at the heart of some good moments, banks, and now Chris Smith is in. The roars go up, and Featherstone have the try they so richly deserve. Graham Steadman. Newlove, oh Newlove is there, Newlove is in! What a fine try for Paul Newlove.
Well, they just got over, but Steadman moving the ball out now. I mean, they nearly had Bishop scoring at one end, but Newlove pushed it off, and this tackle should have been held. He should have held him. He didn't hold him, the result of which his power took him over.
Clark, Fox, Smith. Smith spins away from one tackle, gets it back for Fox, who's instrumental in so much. Steadman, there look to be chances out on the right here, and there's going to be a try for Paul Hughes. Watkinson has won this scrum. Oh, the ball lost. And picked up by Featherstone. And yet again a mistake by Hull Kingston Rovers. Perhaps that's why they're in the position they are this season.
That's right. I mean, they've messed up play the balls, they've dropped passes, they've looked at a man, not the ball, and that's caused them a lot of problems.
Trevor Clark is 2 yards out, away from the line. Stenman behind him. Fling it out right. Fox. Oh, there must be a great chance here for Chris Bibb's second try off Paul Hughes. It's Paul Hughes who takes the glory in the end. And that surely has finished off Hull Kingston Rovers. Oh, and Gratian did brilliantly there to hold on to that ball. How did he do that and still get it away? A tremendous play there by Jeff Gratian. Booth was the supporting player. Fox is here. Oh, and Alan Banks is going to deserve this try. Alan Banks has played splendidly. Once again, it was Derek Fox instrumental. Gratian at the start of it all. What more can you say about them?
So, to the last critical month of the championship season. One of the major talking points was whether Martin Offiah could become the first wingman since this fellow, Billy Boston, back in the early 60s, to score 50 tries in a season. There were a lot of questions to be answered, actually. Could Castleford hold on? Could Widnes win the title for the second successive time? Could Wigan do the Grand Slam? Could Leeds even sneak it? It was a fantastic finale, Dave.
It really was. It was all to be answered in that final 80 minutes, Widnes versus Wigan, and we just couldn't have stage managed it better.
We certainly couldn't. OK, then just sit back, relax and enjoy the tries that decided the championship season in 1988-89.
Long ball flung out and Mercer comes over onto the right-hand touchline, lobs it back inside. Brian Noble and Simpson are there, and plunging over the try line is David Hobbs.
Well, Bradford are starting to put it together a little bit now. They're throwing out some long balls here. Hobbs throws a very long ball outside. Now this is a good break by Mercer on the outside. He runs it back inside. Simpson is brought down by Alan Tate, virtually there, but look how good. That's good thinking by Hobbs. Takes it off him, whips it in and scores.
15 yards out. Pendlebury, they're trying to create the gaps, and Fairbank was roaring up there. Wilson, now then, there must be a chance here if they can time the pass this time. Oh, is he over? Yes, he is. And that's owed everything to strength.
Well, Bradford have come back into this game with perseverance. They've moved the ball out well. They've caused trouble to the Widnes defence. They've stretched them here. And Skerrett, we talked about, this is where he's good at. He holds people off. His sheer strength and weight takes him over. A marvellous try.
Keep expecting the sound of that hooter. It just hasn't come. The ball is put down, it's Widnes who kick ahead, and they'll keep kicking ahead. And Currier could actually get a try for Widnes here, right on half-time. Is he going to make it? He's dribbling it soccer style over the line, and Currier is going to score for Widnes. Bradford's ball and Wilson and Stewart, and there are chances here once more. It's Mercer. He deserves a try for his efforts. It's Widnes' turn to defend their line, and there's a huge overlap on the right if they can get the ball away. Fairbank does, and if he puts it down right, there's a try. And Bradford worked that so well for Steve McGowan. And again, Bradford look as though they were trying to create an overlap on that right-hand side, and once again they make the mistake. The ball is given away, and Darren Wright has his second try.
Well, an infuriating, really, display by Bradford Northern. They've done so well. There's no need to get the pass out here. That was direct there. They really needed somebody to take it in. It just presented it with him on a plate. It's brought Widnes back into the game, and for that they'll be more than grateful.
And it looks as though they'll swing the ball right with Dannat, who will be held up. He might be a big, strong fella, but there was no way through that little posse. Now Windley. And it looks as though the game's first try has been scored for Hull. Despite the tackle, Gary Pearce is the man. So Fletcher as well again, and Blacker keeps the move going, and Blacker streaks away. Pursued by three men, flings out the ball to his right. Now Eastwood cuts inside, gives it back. Windley's involved, and Jackson, and Wilby. This is much better. Dana Hara pots up again and runs smack into the tackler. That was much better from Hull, and Hull KR now very much on the defensive. It's Hull on the rampage with Crooks squeezing it away, and Dana Hara goes over in the corner. The referee looks to see if the try is good. It is. Well, Brian Black has been a really good acquisition from Barrow, and he instigated this move.
Yeah, sure he is now running, but look at the way he's watching either side. The defence is coming in, he throws out a pass, not particularly good, but because Eastwood was looking for where the ball was to come, he took it, caught the defence napping because they were all going across, comes back inside, still gets the ball away for Windley to pass the ball outside the man. And here we go now, a long pass out again. And this is good linking up. Wembley in a little side shuffle, moves it out. Dana Hara runs hard as he always does, brought down heavily in 2 tackles here. But what a marvellous run it's already been. It's covered something like 60, 70 yards, and they still have the ball out here, back inside. Now Devotie goes to go to the open side, switches around and comes back inside here. The prop moves the ball out, and that was good. Jackson passes, missed the man, but Dana Hara again backing up. That's what backing up's all about. What a try.
And on the last tackle, will Hull keep it going? Will they try for a drop goal? Windley kicks through. And, oh dear, a knock on there. But Hull have the ball back, and Gary Pearce.
Well, the first time they started putting a bit more commitment in, it is the 6th play the ball here. He kicks through here, the Hull KR defender couldn't get it. Windley was quick enough to get back on it again, and that was good. Now Pearce is watching here, he's looking right and left, he's marshalling people right and left, but the defence is not aware of it, sells the dummy, makes it easy. Good try.
I thought Gary Pearce was going to attempt a drop goal there. Paul Fletcher instead wriggles his way through. Ball goes loose, picked up by Richard Price, and Richard Price gets his first ever Derby try.
Well, Pearce goes to drop kick for goal, catches the defence flat-footed, but moves a pass out. Again a dummy goes in. Now just watch, he sizes it up, little grubber kick ahead, defence fails to pick it up, Richard Price does, leaves everybody behind.
O'Hara and Windley again, and now Wilby. I think Wilby deserves a try on his effort today.
Yes, he's been marvellous, he's been involved in virtually everything, tackled, run hard, he's done it all.
And Sharp's run well too, and Sharp is here once more, 8 yards out. And well, Hull Kingston Rovers are defending desperately, and Gary Pearce goes over, it's a hat-trick.
Widnes moved the ball so quickly out of defence, and here's a strong run from Ayres, and support now with Alan Tate, and Afire's coming up on his outside, and this could be the one. Martin Afire goes, and this is try number 50 for him. What a way to get it.
Betts takes the pass from Hanley. And they might look to use Hanley's strength here. Ellery Hanley, he won't need a great deal of strength, but he will score his try.
Castleford now trying to reorganise their defence, but Sean Edwards just steadies it up, and when this fella Hanley gets the ball, very little can stop him that close to the line.
Can Castleford get themselves a try? Grant Anderson, at least their leading try scorer this season. Wigan's tackling good and effective. And now on the last tackle, Sutherwood kicks, Ruckley takes, and Ruckley squeezes in.
Well, they've persevered at the Wigan line. They've tried just everything. Sutherwood kicks ahead, a little fortuitous, but nonetheless, Ruckley's on the spot to score.
Now David Hume. Now there could be an overlap out on the right if they can make ground here. And Colotto, huge man, tries to do just that. Davis found it away for Sorensen, and Sorensen, good break by him, and the pass is good as well, and Andy Carrier has a great chance here of scoring the game's first try, and Andy Carrier breaks Thompson's tackle, and Carrier gets the game's first score. Oh, and Emma puts it down. It was a good job that Anthony Sullivan picked it up for Rovers. Now Anthony Sullivan got a hat-trick recently against Castleford, and he's obviously rather sprightly at the moment. Lydiate, oh, did really well, what a splendid try. Mike Fletcher gets the try, but what a pass it was that John Lydiate gave him. Pike tries to drive it in a bit further, tries to get the one away for Sorensen now. And they're regrouping as Sorensen once more barges through the middle. That one's all right. But you can sense the urgency accelerating in the Widnes side. They know they're in a sticky position here. Colotto, and Colotto still, yes, it's a great try from the Tongan. He's really brought them back into this game when needed.
Well, Widnes know they've got it all to do, and it's rather desperate of them now, but they're moving it out wide, and Colotto takes it on the outside. A tired defence now because they've been doing everything in attack. They've really got themselves in a notch here, and Colotto does the right thing, spread eagles the defence, and Hayes for the line, and that's as important a try that he'll ever score.
And Hume to a fire's down the touchline, back inside Darren Wright, and Widnes are turning it on now, and Alan Tate gets Widnes' second try in the space of 2 minutes.
Well, we've been waiting for something to really burst out of this, and David Hume takes the ball forward. He breaks out of the tackle here and draws the man perfectly now. And look at the way he's running down the wing now, but he's holding the ball well and passes it inside, and this is good, organised rugby. This is something they've been striving for all afternoon. A perfect pass again. Tate comes back into the line, and with his speed and finishing power, it only had to be a try.
So Wigan still trying to find a way through with Sean Edwards here, who's twisting and turning. Andy Platt, and he's got it back inside for Edwards, and Sean Edwards on a burst here. Ellery Hanley on his inside. It's a well-worked move by Wigan. Russell, and now Mark Preston, who's just going to get there. Preston scrambles over a finely worked try.
We saw Widnes struggle to beat Hull Kingston Rovers at the weekend, and it looks as though it might be quite a struggle for them again tonight.
I think one of the problems they always have when you're the champions from last year, you have to play well all the time.
Here's Colotto then. Oh, he's such a strong runner, this man. Andy Carrier setting up for the line, and Andy Carrier is going to score for Widnes. What a fine try.
Well, they wanted something spectacular. They've been taking the brunt of this Castleford side, and here it is. Richard Ayres takes the ball out to defence, and Colotto here takes the ball on the burst. They say how fine, fit and strong this guy is. He takes on the full-back here. He's still able to slip the ball up. Andy Carrier, we already saw the turn of speed that he has now left the defence in his wake as he crosses for a marvellous try.
There are 2 more tackles left in which to try and conjure up something. Ayres. It's not as inspired from Widnes as some of the play we've seen from them this season. And here's the up and under. Oh, was tricky for a side to defend against. And what's happening here? I think the try's been given, and they're hauling up Colotto. Terrible time to put the ball down, and it's given Colotto the chance to go all the way, and they will not stop the Tongan. Imosi Colotto gets his second try of this game.
Well, this is the pass that was put down, running it out to defence. That's the time when you've got to hang on to your passes. Colotto now is his head back. He's going away from the defence. The backs all lined out, waiting for the pass for themselves. Couldn't get a hold of him, no one at all, and he crosses for the try. What a start to the second half.
Murphin. Again, it'll be Joyner. Oh, it's put down. And 6 more tackles, says referee Kershaw. Kettridge, he's kept going, and Martin Kettridge is only a couple of yards out. In fact, Kettridge is over. What a fine try, a spirited effort from the loose forward.
Well, they haven't given up at all. They've plugged away now at this Widnes defence. They've said, come on, Widnes, enough of it, it's been yours. Kettridge goes with a power that he takes 2 tacklers over with him.
Important scrum that for Ayres to win for Widnes. He's not the regular hooker, of course, as Colotto once more set off. Oh, and he gets the ball away in the tackle, and a fire is here! Got his try. Oh, and isn't he joyful? The Fire knew exactly what was on there. He throws the ball into the crowd, takes the congratulations of the Widnes fans,
The Fire's broken what was for him a barren run. Once the ball was in his hands, he was on his way.
And this guy Coloto again takes on defenders, pushes them off, top body strength, nobody goes low. They fail to do it again. He passes. Now Hume picks up the ball here. It's his determined running, brings it into a Fire, and the gap has opened up for him. And when you're in that position, as you can rightly see, he knows what he wants to do here and now, and he goes over for a tremendous drive.
There surely has never been an end to a season like this one, and from the kick, Andy Currier putting the ball straight out of play. Maybe a sign of nerves, that, David?
Well, that's where it could be. Supercharged atmosphere here this afternoon. Everything to play for by both sides. Very interesting, and everybody in anticipation is looking forward to a first-class match.
And it really is winner take all. John Holdsworth from Kippax, one of the top officials in the game. My goodness, a game like this needs a top official. Lucas. I know Graham Lowe a fortnight ago was saying that he shuddered to think of these two sides meeting with the championship at stake, and that's exactly the way it's worked out. And Wigan have got a try in the first seconds of the game from Andy Platt. Paul Hume, Sorensen looking for that gap, and Ayres. Away for Sorensen once more. They've kept it going. Dowd just managed to hold on there, and Alan Tate has got support here from Martin and Fire, and the Fire's in at the corner. Yes, oh yes.
Well, Widnes have come back as one would want them to in this circumstance. They are down, but they move the ball out wide. Some intricate passing infield here, and only Sorensen to clean up a bad pass, throws it back to Dowd. Dowd nearly drops the pass, but comes round and skirts the Wigan defence and brings in Alan Tate. His strong running has been a feature all season. Fire dances as only he can, takes the cover and scores a try.
Wigan inside, Widnes is 25. Widnes are out quickly as the ball goes from Shelford to Potter. Coming up here, Lydon, and Lydon's got support on his outside. He's trying to do it on his own, Joe Lydon. He'd got both Hampson and Preston outside him. Chose not to use them. But encouraging moments these for Wigan. Jed Byrne, Hanley. Oh, and it's got knocked down now. If a Fire, oh, he couldn't just pick it up before Bell dived on it. But there'll be another 6 tackles. Goodway, oh, and Andy Goodway could well get a try. A brilliant opportunist try from Andy Goodway. A minute from half-time. Tate again does well with the pass. They're throwing the ball around, there's no doubt about that. Tate along the one for Coloto. Coloto inside O'Neill. O'Neill manages to get away from Goodway. Once more, it's out of the hand. Although it's been kicked ahead. It's going to be a try for Martin and Fire. The referee said play on. The Fire picked it up, went over behind the posts. The referee awards the try. Tate, we've seen some good full-back play today from Tate and Hampson, and Tate again carves an opening for himself and comes inside and runs through the middle. What a chance here for Tate. He's got Sorensen alongside him. Oh, and he was caught at the end there by the Wigan man. Preston coming across, but Sorensen is here for Widnes. So is Paul Hume. Fine tackle there by Preston. Terrific running from Tate. I really thought he was going to get all the way, and Sorensen looked to be just there waiting for the pass. Grimmer loses it, but he's picked up by Ayres, 5 yards away from the Wigan line. And just as Wigan came storming out at the start of the first half, so Widnes have come out in the fighting mood in the second half. Oh, it's Sorensen, he's made it! Cat Sorensen, he's over! He put everything into that. Coloto, now he can knock fellas off. He swats them away like flies, as we've seen on so many occasions recently. Tate's got another run, and Tate is really sprightly runner. He's having a super game at full-back. And again, Widnes are trying to spread it. Grimmer, long ball out for a Fire. Now, what can a Fire do this time? Down the middle he goes. Can they stop a Fire? Martin and Fire is going to score here, and let the fullback Hampson can get him. Hampson's hat-trick. What a super try! The whole of Widnes goes absolutely potty. Martin of Fire, yet another hat-trick.
Well, we've seen some magnificent tries, and the build-up to this one is no different. The ball is moved out here, a long pass, a long ball over to a Fire. Now this is sheer brilliance. Say what you want, you can't take it away from this guy. He's the fastest thing in the game. He's left everything in his wake. Even Hansen can't get to him. A magnificent try.
Mackenzie, now Colotto. And the big men like Colotto are running rampant. Colotto, what a fantastic run again. Now Grimmer, and Grimmer, he might just get there himself. 15 yards out, but Colotto, what a season he's had. Grimmer tries to take it on himself. Such a stirring, rampaging run by Colotto there at the start of that. The ball here for loose forward airs. Back inside is Paul Hume. Paul Hume dies over. Widnes have another try. And all of a sudden, it's all going Widnes' way.
Well, we are seeing so much great rugby now this afternoon. Some of these runs are absolutely marvellous. And Hayes coming in, takes the tackle here. Paul Hume picks the ball off him. What a take, what a try.
Widnes 26, Wigan 12. Wigan very much on the attack now. Goodway trying to burrow a way through. Hanley from acting half-back, and they've got hold of him, but Goodway's there at his shoulder. This looks more enterprising from Wigan now. And if they do score, well, Widnes' hearts will start fluttering once more as Dermot is tackled. Goodway back inside and look for Hanley. Ellery Hanley stretches over the line yet again. He is a wizard, this man. Hume for Sorensen, and Sorensen again knocks away the tackler. It's inside, and it's going to be a clinching try for Ayres, is it? No! What a fine tackle by Hanley on Ayres. He looked to score all over there. Sorensen again had made the first burst. Here he is again, Sorensen. He'll keep knocking him off all day. He spins out of the tackles. He's given a manful display as Kurt Sorensen.
Oh, he's been absolutely magnificent.
Led by example, scored a try, done just about everything in this game. Paul Hume couldn't quite get the ball away, and on the last tackle now, well, there could be a Jonathan Davis drop goal, I suppose, here. They're looking to see where he is. But instead, Mackenzie, the second time of asking, wriggles his way over, and that must be the championship for Widnes.
So there we are, 101 tries, and that was just really a sample of the terrific action we had last season. I think, David, there's no doubt rugby league is the most exciting spectacle sport of all at the moment.
Of that, there's little doubt. We've had the introduction of players from down under. We've had the conversion of rugby union players into our sport. It's become a fitter, faster, more professional game, a more exciting game. It's going forward well for the 90s, and without a doubt, it's the best team sport in the world.
I agree, and we've certainly had two marvellous seasons of Scrumdown. I think three players stood out for their try-scoring ability this last season. Gary Schofield for his intuitiveness, Ellery Hanley his immense strength, and of course the incomparable Martin of Fire, over 100 tries now in just 2 seasons. I hope you've enjoyed the thrill of seeing those great try-scorers in action as much as we have. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Yeah.